It's a rainy, I should say Thursday night, evening, I should say, Monica Woods up on the down. West London, I think this happened 2 days ago roughly. An Afghan so-called refugee, illegal, call what you want, scumbag, whatever you want, with no provocation and no, whatever you call it, reason, is stabbed a dog walker to death and tried to stab a 14-year-old and another person in the making until he wasn't stopped. And the thing is, how the British press deals with this, trying to say he's a victim of our society and all that crap. I think the British public are really getting sick and tired of this bullshit which mass media deals out on the status quo as well. And the alarm of they're coming murderers and rapists on boats, fear-mongering, and like this. Keir Starmer can use the excuse to say, oh, we can introduce the digital ID, like this we can control people who come over. No, you do not really resolve the problem in that way. You resolve in another way. These people, when they come over, you send them fucking back where they fucking came from. If they came from France, you send them to France, because they came from there, from Calais to Dover in these dinghy boats. It's a safe country. The French don't want them because they know it's a nuisance. And these so-called asylum seekers know United Kingdom is El Dorado. They have everything free. For what? Are there any use for the community? Do they contribute in a positive way? Do they integrate? No, they are an absolute nuisance. They commit crimes. Go in any Western prison population fill up with foreigners. At least half. Stop giving them benefits and start deporting them. I'm just, people are just getting sick and tired of these things. And even I had enough of these people. Then afterwards you got, as usual, liberals and the lefties, racist. They're people who come from a war-torn country. They got rights. And when you amazingly get convicted and they come out of prison, they go crying to the judge and say, "Ah, in my country, my life's in danger." We do not give a fuck about your life if your life in danger. Where do you come? Where the bloody hell you come from? You do not have respect for kids and women in your country. You treat them as sex objects. That's why they commit these offences. Like the other day, which so-called, it was released by mistake as a sex offender. We're talking a high-profile sex offender, which I know it was some Ethiopian chap. In the end, another asylum seeker. Enough is enough. People do not want people like this in the country. As simple as that. And how many of West London killings and napping sex offenders, for example, in those hotels? When are you going to start acting on stopping these people? And even the ex-workers who work in these asylum structures, they get attacked and use of violence upon them because they didn't have an extra biscuit or some other chicken shit excuse, which these people they don't understand the concept of living in a civilized manner, because they don't come from a civilized country. They come from a fucking backwards country and a backwards society, And that's how they treat people. It's like them living in, they probably they're still living in the medievals with that Tom mentality. There are countries which immigrants which come from, which some way or the other were under the influence of being colonised. India, Jamaica, these countries here, for example, of the Commonwealth. Do you see people behaving like this? Like these illegals do? Because once they have an impact of what you would call so-called a colonised, a civilised country, their culture and their society of today, news, they live in that way. It's their mentality. Like in India, they speak very good English, and half of the customs are British. Do you see these people going around stabbing people or using violence on women or girls? No. It's only these people who never had contact with civilization. This is the problem with these people. They don't know how to behave in society because they are savages. It's simple as that. Whether you want to call one a racist or not, I do not give a fuck. Because there are rules in each country you respect, and no one gives you aggravation. But if you start fucking around, those who go fucking around, those population or those locals there, they'll fuck you around as well. It's a question of respect. Question is, they do not understand the concept of respect. And the most worst thing is, they are encouraged by the left, wokeness, political correctness and all this shit